What's going on, everybody? This is David Mitchell here. And
616, 23, locomotive 7230, clear, Ravenel, number 1, northbound.
right before you get to Jude, we already have a train going by. So welcome back to Fan Train episode 39 and a train galore video. So welcome back. Turn the TV off right now because I want a YouTube channel called People Not Cars. I've been into transit chain lately. And yeah, but boy oh boy oh boy. It's gonna be a good one tonight because I'm going to get the model train stuff out of the way for with it one. So yeah. Then in a bit we're going to get some guests on the live stream. So yeah. Not a long train does it pass, but you gotta get the picture. But yeah. But it's gonna be a night of a night. I don't have to be working till 11 tomorrow, so we go up for a little bit. So yeah. But get ready to begin. Again, if y'all know what I mean. With that one fur. Like, it got some good stuff in it. But yeah, but that one is one of the downgrade models. Only have 66 pages. They usually have 90. I'll be honest. Model Railroad usually have 90 pages. This one have 90 pages. So this one is kind of lacking. Oof. But I got some good stuff. But yeah. Got some cool stuff right here. Also got something that we talked about in the North Carolina Transportation Museum video. So yeah. And yes, I did get my hair cut, so I don't have the long hair anymore, but it looked good, doesn't it? But I finally got my hair cut, but look. These are the night logging cars. Got some nice stuff. Scanner going off. But you got Utah belt. Interesting right here. Got some buildable trucks, sir. But yeah. We did a review on the magazine that had this route in it. Pretty cool route. But yeah. Got some normal stuff. But yeah. Got some interesting stuff right here. Look at it. But yeah. Got some cool thing right here. But yeah. Got a pretty nice car right here. Which we don't get those here in Charleston. Got a BNSF switcher. Which is pretty cool. A lot of stuff right here that I find cool. Oop. Oop. I'm like Vela. Here comes Velly Poo.
Little buddy in the room.
Oh, you little bud. Oh, Val got me.
Yeah, buddy in the room and I feel scared.
Oh, he protects you. Oh.
Yeah, I just got a logo of Fulmer. Just kidding. I like
Yeah,
it.
but
Sorry, David.
yeah, look at this. You got a big boy class right here. You got the class 4000, which are AKA the big boys. If y'all know what I mean. Alright, we caught. You guys seen me caught this boy before. Pretty cool, but ironically, I have never caught him leading a train, but I have caught him in TPU configuration once and other times. But yeah. Pretty cool. But yeah, look at this. LCB, a GKL German model train company, have some cool stuff. But yeah, look at this. And here is the only layout on this magazine, and I am gonna be brutally honest. The track plan for that one kind of sucks. So yeah, the third train layout that I'm absolutely crapping on. I'm not trying to be mean to you guy. Like, it's good for photos, but for operational value. But yeah, but look right here. It had some cool photos. It did that track plan. Like, let me bring that up. Look. That don't have that much operational value. Like, look at that. That right there is total dud. Like, I can improve on a layout like this and make it better, but Jesus. A layout like this, or to make it more operational and more fun, have to, even though it's an in-scale train layout, I don't get the excuse. Like, I'm not trying to be mean on the person who made it. Like, sorry, man. It is a good layout, but I'm just crapping on it because it don't have that. But because I'm more of an operational value guy. Now, this one I'm probably going to praise. So, yeah. But it do got some cool photos and stuff. It's just that the problem is a layout like this isn't made for photo and photography, not operational value. If y'all know what I mean. But yeah, but it do got some cool photos. But yeah. Here's some photo Utah belt. Now, second thing is they don't have track plan for that on here. I hope next month one have track plans. But yeah, you guys can take a photo of that if you guys want to read it all and zoom in. But it's a cool looking ideal. It's just that I would love to see the layout track plan for this. It's just that they don't have it in here. Like, that's the only thing that is holding it back. This one is a project, but I can understand why. They won't do a track plan on it until the last one of this. So I'm not hating on that because it's kind of cool. But yeah. Heck. Sadly, the paint scheme for that locomotive about gone because it's a wrap. But yeah. I am trying to quickly go to if I can get 2 people, so. But you guys can pause and take a photo of it if you want. but we're now on page 48 and 49. A New Haven unit. We are the EP5 Electrics with the damn same Zoom one. They're not made it into price rate. Jank a lot, fucking New Haven. Yep. But yeah, look at this. Got some cool stuff. But yeah. But I am getting cooked in now. This is a cool photo right here of Siren Pacific. But yeah. And we have another photo here. But yeah, at them photo on the side right here. Which one of them is with Urban Electric and a main heavy freight electric line with it cool. But you got all the logos and stuff right here for companies. There's some new stuff, but yeah, but here it is. Here, look at this right here. By the yard. When you said major upgrade to the living room, Roop, I thought we're going to get. Yeah, I get it. I'm surprised that they don't do one with a female model railroader. That will be tough and hilarious. Oh my god, but yeah. But yeah. Got the Siren Pacific. The magazine is good, but I do have to take points off for, and I mean literally for there being only one track plan in the book. Because Model Railroader magazine usually have 2 or 3. Maybe the second moat I got out of a Model Railroader magazine was 6. So, yeah, but that is a little abysmal. I'm not trying to be mean, because I do love Model Railroader magazine. They're good. But, do better next time. I'll be honest, it's still good. Like, magazine is still good. But they do need to do a little better. Now we got one that have a good couple of track plans in here and some interesting stuff. And you can see where I take the Illinois terminus right there. But yeah. Got a nice little chain right here with, and it's the Monarch. But yeah. Now here's scale trains. Look at that. That's cool. Got all this right here. But yeah. But let me adjust this. There we go. But you do got them cool stuff with it one. That one is about 90 pages long. But yeah. Let's get going through it. Got some of the same stuff, but sort of beginning of the book on this one. Got some nice one right here, which are the P40s. Like, the P40s, I'll be honest, are cool, but I'll be honest, we're going to have to start trying to catch more of them real soon, because in the next couple of years they're going to replace. So yeah, but look at it. They got the nice coil cars too, in N scale. Got them in-scale cool cars. Like, look at it. That's freaking cool. That I would love to do now that they're getting stuff like that. Got the Ukraine right here. Support Ukraine. But got the wood scene. Ooh, they got D in scale. I would get these. Trust me, because I could do a modern layout. Because that's what I'm doing. So yeah. They got the in-scale tank cars. That is a plus for me. So yeah, but that's all cool. And they got the 8 zones up right on their side, and one with the Illinois, or not the Illinois, but the Iowa Interstate M420Rs with our outcodes. Sadly, none of those operate anymore. RIP on that railroad. They're all newer locomotives, so yeah. The railroad being slowly growing out Class 1, so we'll probably have a new Class 1 in a couple of years, aka the Iowa Interstate. That'll probably be a Class 1 probably in the next 10 years. But yeah. But check this out. That's cool. Look at the steam engine under it too and all this. But yeah. And here the New Haven EP5 electric. Sad that none of them survived to preservation. Damn shame we want a damn good locomotive. Because these things will do electrics. And got another train coming. 17 minutes and we already got another damn train coming. Wow. About to hear the scanner go up into a minute. But yeah. But check this out. Here's some cool that I see old.
623, Ravenel, one track, 85 going up.
Mm-hmm. But yeah. But here's some cool. Kind of cool, ain't it? I hope you guys are enjoying the scanner. But yeah. I might get. But yeah, but here's some sub right here with scale trains. With the road trip, summer road trip. Here's something that I find pretty cool. And here's some stuff. The locomotive, I'll be honest, they will use everywhere. Like, let me replay everywhere. Like, literally, they will use in Mexico, Canada. Canada Narrowgauge rail system, like, up there lasted for a good bit before it kicked the bucket. You got one coming from Chile. Exactly, some of the Chile ones locomotive are from Canada. For people who don't know. Then you got some coming from that are pretty cool too. But I gotta look at some of the rail lines in further future videos, or check it on Google Maps in the future because some of them sound interesting. But if you got one, you can take a screenshot and look at all of them. That's pretty cool. The damn same is we walked the one in Newfoundland, which Newfoundland, Canada, on the island, they had a map and narrow gauge rail system that lasted up until 1993. And what happened was a damn shame because of, I'll probably do a rant about that, about going all car culture. So yeah. But that island kind of lost something that they could have had. But now let's get to the real bread and butter. The Illinois Terminus Railroad, which is pretty cool with the HO scale train layout. Alright guys, show you this before I show you guys the track plan. But yeah, let me show you guys the beauty of the track plan. Like, you got a double change and interchange Y at the end, sort of the bottom right here, right here. But, and you got an interchange right there near the top, like, let me adjust this. So you guys can see them up better. But there we go. But that's pretty cool when you look at it. But yeah, but if you kind of want to take some photos or some screenshot of the layout, it's a pretty cool layout. It's set in the transition area in 1961, where you have a little bit of steam, but full-on diesel. But this layout, you can actually fully modernize it if you want to do like a modern layout set in the modern era. Like, you can do that with this one. It's pretty cool because you do got an interchange or a junction, and you got them interacting stuff with the railroad. Like, that's something that is a bonus when it comes to model railroading. And toward the end, like, with it having an interchange with the B&O towards the end, and then you had, like, toward the R end, double changing at a Y. That actually make it even cooler, and you technically have a third interchange on that line right up here. You got 1, 2, 3 right here. 3 interchanges. But make it pretty cool. For me, a layout like that have a lot of operational potential. And that app is pretty cool when you did think about it. Because that would be worth it, if y'all know what I mean. But yeah. But it's pretty cool because you got multiple operational value. Check this out. But yeah. Because it's pretty cool. Heck, I would work too, but look at the, not them cool ass shit right there. Now we get them some Penn Central cars right here, which I find that pretty cool, and in scale. Ironically, some of these cars are still running. Ironic. But yeah. Like, 17 still runs today. I actually caught a couple on video. But look at it. That's some pretty cool stuff right there. Now, this I want an in scale. This right here would look cool for bought cars, you know? At a modern warehouse, but it's still good. If they have something like this in scale, sign me up. Like that, I would do. Because seeing it, I like switching and all that, and something like that would do good. If y'all know what I mean. But check that out. Like, that cool right there. But yeah. Now we get to some interesting old style right here. But yeah. But it's pretty cool when you think about it. But yeah. Now we get to another HO track. Like right here. That's still good. Like I could still do that a modern industrial layout. Like that should be good for an industrial layout still. When you think about it. Like it's set in the late 50s and it mostly Alco power, but yeah. But they still got steam engines and our. But check all this out. That's still cool. But it's pretty cool when you think about it. Now here a little yard extension track extension plan, which I find that pretty cool too. Like the era is set from the 50s through the 70s. Like the reason why you've seen FW15 or MP15 thousand. But yeah, but here's some cool stuff. But yeah. But it's still pretty cool when you think and look at it. Here's something that we did a review on this one before and this. But yeah. You're getting short to end this, but yeah, look at it. And you hear at the 18, there are a couple still around, but for tourist railroad and railroad museums only. There are probably one still in freight service, but I'm not sure. I'll probably look that up, see if there still is any, but yeah. There actually might be one. But look at this, that's cool too. But yeah. Here's some cool details and stuff. But yeah. But I'll be honest, this one not trying to hate on Model Railroader, but railroad models have more with it than the other thing. But I would love for next magazine for it to have like the Utah Belt track plan. That would do them justice. But yeah, but let me show this one real quick. But yeah, you got all companies and stuff right here. So yeah, but same with this page. But it's pretty cool when you did think about it. But yeah, but they're all the magazines. But I got that done in less than 31 minutes. Or check, we will be 31 minutes and 5 seconds. But that's pretty fast. It usually takes me about almost an hour. But let's get to track plans. That would do good from the real world. But yeah, but for let me clear out some stuff. But yeah. Whew. I got a lot of stuff from when we went downtown a couple of days ago. Oh, FYI, I did forget to put the train photo in the video vlog. So if you guys wonder where the photo is, it's saying why in the hell they're not a photo. It's because I made that mistake. So sorry about that. And I did put a note in the video, like in the comment, or not comment, but in this section above the YouTube channel link of what would happen. But yeah. But I'll be honest, could have done better. It did that kind of oofed up, so mistakes were made that day. I kind of learned the hard way, but yeah, we all kind of learned. But yeah, but let me get to some of the other stuff. But that was kind of cool catching 3 trains, or not 3 trains, but 2 trains 17 minutes apart. So yeah, that was still a good catch on the scanner. But let me go to the week plans, which are some very interesting one. But yeah. Just gotta make sure I don't kind of oofed up because I do get a lot of stuff. So yeah. Oh yeah, I already did D1, so yeah. I'm just making sure I go through and, don't do the one that I already did again. But I will do them shout outs for one, but let's get started with the first one. Which is this one right here. Pretty good for a switching layout. I'm not gonna lie. Then you have some, and because in Milwaukee itself, because of that traffic. Then we have another one a little bit further up in their port, which is pretty cool. Same with downtown Milwaukee. Like, the tracks are right here, and that we do an interesting where you can actually do both interchange. That one I'm still working on, so yeah. but it's still in a working project. But that one I'll be pretty interested in Wisconsin. It's a part of the Wisconsin Southern, and it's pretty interesting for a short distance. But it's part of one of the Wisconsin lines. Do you have the interest in play that I actually mapped that too, but yeah. Here another one with someone actually modeled the one from Sioux to Milwaukee, which is on a YouTube channel. I can't remember the name, god damn it, but it's part of another person who are already working on this. So someone else took some of that I can't. We're probably going to eventually you. But yeah. This one, it's still in a working project. But yeah. Then you have right here in the Twin Cities along the Mississippi, or not Mississippi, but I'm having a brain fart, but part of another river that I think is cool. But yeah, but look at it. I got two different photos. But yeah, pretty cool. But it near Rapid City. Same with that one. But yeah. Here one near the Canadian border, which Celia's Alco. It interesting layout. Like I mapped it out. Took multiple photos of it. Like that one, I think it's ready. But yeah. Here one from that in a North Dakota town called Thief River Falls, which I don't know what a more badass of name calling the town Thief River Falls, but that is an interesting name. But I mapped the tracks out. It's pretty good. Like the road. But check with the track flow from here to here, where one of their big customer is. It got pretty good switching. I actually mapped it out already long ago. Then we have another track playing in the same state. But yeah, here another one that I found even better. That it all about switching and stuff, but my god, some of the layouts are damn good. Now here one that could be done in, that would be a Model Railroad magazine. Right here, look at this. It's near the Canadian border into the area. Like I can't remember the state, but it pretty much old switching, but it would be a nice one. Here another one that I found interesting, but yeah. That one I'm still trying to work out, so that is a work in project. Here another one that is near the Canadian border. That is damn nice. Check that out. Like literally. He got another options to switch. Like literally. But you can zoom down even more with what I did. They're near Montana and Washington and all that, but it also along the border. But damn nice switching. Here another zoom. But yeah, I might do like a separate series down the line. Not right now, but maybe down in the future. talk about what made it a great track plan layout. But yeah, here another one in Washington State that is pretty cool. With a lot of operations and stuff. With I looked at it pretty well, but yeah, that out with all the track plans, but pretty cool. And I only took me 10 minutes to get through all of that, but there are some pretty cool track plans. I'll be honest. But yeah, but let's go see who on for we can invite to the stream. Being at my cousin's got COVID, aka Willis. Dang him, Will. So yeah. But it's crazy. But yeah, but let's go see who we can get on. I get Ben on in a few minutes, but oh, let's call Griffin. I call him Griffin, but Griffith's short, but yeah. Let's see what he's doing. But I'll be honest, it's been a crazy week. There we go. But now that I'm done with model train vaccines and track plan looking ideals, I can get started on the other stuff. But I'll be honest, I do get the ideals, and I talked about it in one of the odds in the video blog when I was walking down from the bus stop down here. I was talking about how we can actually fix Charleston transit system. But, oof. Let's see if Liz online. But I'll be honest, it's been a crazy, but I'll be honest, we need to work on commuter rail for Charleston. Like, we have the capacity for it. And the thing is, how I see it, if we can fix our city and stop all this fucking single-use housing development, my thing will be that we got to stop this single-use housing development. Because I've been wanting for a couple of days to a week, not just by YouTube channel, and it really opened me up on what we need to do to fix Charleston. And we have a lot of work to do in order to fix our city. And that means first thing we need to start working on is bringing back transit and making it harder for car infrastructure. So we need to do a crackdown on car infrastructure. That's what we need to do. I'll be brutally honest, that's something that we need to do. It's going to take a long time, but yeah. Right. What day is it? All right. I got, by the way, let me check right that. 1 plus 2. I got 33 days until my birthday, so yeah. I forgot to do the countdown day, so yeah. That was a mistake that I forgot. And day, or technically day 4 yesterday, if you did think about it, be more exact about it. But yeah, I gotta check who in the railroading community online. So you've been busy because they literally postponed the railroad strike for about 30 to 60 days. But like I said from last week, it's not going to stop it. They're just building it up and making it worse than it is. And when it eventually comes, it's going to be a big blow. I do see that happening. I do see a big blow coming. And everybody going to be seeing, why in the hell did all our trains at? Blah, 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 and all that. Because everybody just want to fucking lollygag. That I'll be brutally honest about. But, yeah. But it's a crazy time. I'll be honest. I do see if we want to save Tron and fix it, we got to top with the car sensor development. Because the car sensor development is killing off Charleston. And I want not to spike YouTube channel about it, and I realize our infrastructure is getting effed up because we let her kneel to the car. We let her kneel to the car. Instead of, trying to build for people. Hold it. But, yeah. But we kneel to the car too much. But it looked like someone busy. I kind of figured that we everybody busy on a Saturday night, staying up late and all that. But yeah. But thing is that we need to about stuff we need to improve our cities and stuff. We gotta work on it. Let me try to get, because our infrastructure we need to improve instead of and fix and bring back what we used to have. We cannot keep on building car-oriented and bus-oriented transit. We just cannot. Our cities are not built for it. Because exactly our city used to been built for people instead of cars, and we're finally getting to max capacity on how much you can do with car transit, and we're starting to see the downfall of it. So yeah, that thing that I kind of messing up. So yeah. Oh, and to bring up what I saw last week with that ethanol train, that looked crazy. Because I'll be honest, I have seen ethanol trains, but I have never caught them on video until last Sunday. I'm trying to call, seeing who I can get on, because I usually do these Friday nights, but a little bit harder to, But yeah. But yeah. But yeah, I'll be honest. We do need to improve our infrastructure. But yeah, it's crazy when you just think about it. Oh, no. Wrong gene. There we go. Let's see a Tom ability. Because he live on Let's Go and it probably till around 7 there. Hey Tom, you doing good?
Hello.
Hey, did you look at Titmup Model Railroad magazines?
I can't hear you, buddy.
Oh, can you hear me now? Tom, can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Hey, did you look at Titmup Model Railroad magazines?
What's that?
Did you look at Titmup Model Railroad magazines with the model trains and all that?
No, I don't really subscribe to that.
Well, there's some good track plans in railroad models, you know?
Yeah, well, that's their business, but right now I'm in San Diego.
Oh, hey, you know they delayed that strike? You know the one that would both be cross-nation?
Right.
Like, they delayed it up to 30 to 60 days. But,
right, they put a cooling off period in place.
But it's not going to work, man. I hate to break it, it's going to get worse. Am I right?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
Because all they're doing is just building up. Am I right?
Well, my experience with contract negotiations personally is that it ain't over till it's over.
It ain't over until the fat lady sing, am I right?
Pretty much, and I think that they'll probably come to an agreement.
Hey, do you remember last week when I talked to you on live stream about how we have not learned from the Lac Mechanic train disaster?
One more time?
You remember when I talked about the Lac Mechanic train disaster? You remember when I talked to you about that?
Vaguely.
Alright. It was a train disaster that happened in Canada, and what caused it was them allowing one-man crews, you know?
Oh, okay, yeah. Now I remember which one.
And that train became a runaway, you know?
Okay.
The thing is, we have not learned from that disaster, and we're still pushing for one-man crews, you know?
Well, why was it a runaway? Was it that there was nobody to dump the air?
Nope, and it was a one-man crew, you know? They only had
even a one-man crew can still dump the air and put it into emergency.
Well, the thing is that the locomotive that were operating it had numerous notorious problems, you know?
Okay.
And seeing it that night that the runaway happened, a few hours before that, the front locomotive caught fire. And the fire department told them when they got there, because the engineer was at a hotel for a night because he ran out of time, and, you know, he tied the train down, but he left it on like you're supposed to keep all the air brakes on. When the firefighters got there to put the locomotive out because the engine was on fire, what happened was that they shut the engine off, and what happened is that all the air brake cut off too, you know?
Okay.
And that would cause the runaway because it went down a hill, you know?
Yep.
And the thing is that if they had a two-man crew, it would have made it easier to stop something like that from happening, because you can't do everything by one man. You can't.
Well, I personally think they should go back to the old style with a way car or caboose. But that's just me. I'm an old school guy.
Yeah, because everything you see now, they're all trying to be cheapskates. Am I right?
Well, they're just trying to cut down on expenses. That's all businesses do that.
But here, Jane, what it causing everything to get more dangerous, Like,
Yeah, they're depending too much on electronic devices.
and Wall Street, Wall Street is partially and actually to blame for all of this because the PSR is all bullshit, It's something I'll be honest. NPSR crack down on Wall Street, and we would probably see the railroads do a lot better,
Well, railroads are in business to make money, and the boardroom is the one who dictates what goes through it, because the shareholders are the ones that actually own the railroad.
Well,
so they have a fiduciary responsibility to make money. So, and they have a responsibility to make as much as they possibly can. But they also, mind you, they also have a responsibility to the employees to keep them in a job.
Well, the CXX president told every worker to F off. In the Federal Railroad meeting, where they bring all the railroad bosses into Congress.
Uh-huh.
He straight up blatantly said, he did not say the F word, but he said it in a way that sent a clear message to employees that you don't matter and told them to F off. And that was the CXX president. Straight up. Ain't that something,
Well, I'm not familiar with what he had to say.
I'll probably send you the video later on before you can watch it because it will piss you off how he say this stuff,
Well, a lot of things will piss me off, but there's not too much I can do about it. The only way I can think that you'd do something about it is if you buy up the controlling shares of CSX, and then you would have a say, but you're not Elon Musk.
If Elon Musk do this, he'll be a real Chad for the railroad community because he done it job doing Hyperloop because let's be honest, Hyperloop is not a train.
Well, no, a lot of people have a lot of different concepts on rail travel as opposed to rail transport.
I know.
The United States is all set up for rail transport, but it's not set up for travel, so to speak. It never was intended that.
Actually, it was back in the day. It was. There were proof it was. It did that we bozos did to the ground to build car infrastructure. All the cities you see, they were built for transit, like train transit and walkability and biking. And then around the 40s and 50s to the 60s, we did bozo shit to the ground to build suburbs and freaking car infrastructure. I really hate the car because of this,
Well, unfortunately, you have to have one.
Like, look, our country would do better if we take chucks to train infrastructure instead of building car infrastructure. Because all we've been doing with car infrastructure in these suburbs is putting our cities into debt. We've been putting our country in a hole. Everybody say the military is wasteful, but look at these suburbs and the highway infrastructure.
We just need to re-elect everybody in Congress because they're all drunk on spending money.
But Tom, I want you to watch a YouTube channel, Not to Spikes. It will blow your mind on how much we effed up.
No, I believe it. Hey, buddy, I'm gonna have to cut this short. As I said, I'm in San Diego. I'm in a hotel, and I got to meet somebody downstairs pretty quick.
All right. Well, have a night, Tom.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Later.
Bye.
All right. That was Tom for y'all. Fellow YouTube friend of mine. But what I'm saying is very true. Alright, I am bringing a member that a part of the Autism News Network that me and Vel are part of on. Which you guys have seen him in my video blogs before. So yeah, he's someone that you guys have seen in my YouTube. So yeah, he probably won't pick up because it is almost 11 and his house. But yeah, or check way I'm calling him. But saying it is that I'll be honest. What I was saying earlier, we really fucked up. We really fucked up with our infrastructure. When I want not just buy YouTube channel, it really opened up. Like we really fucked up when one minute. So how it's constant, but we really effed up. We really effed up. And I mean it. We really effed up bad. Do you? But yeah. But it's just crazy. I'll be honest. It's just crazy when you think about it. Because we really effed up. Because when I want not to just spike YouTube channel, I realize like how much better Toronto could be if we did stop focusing on the roads and start trying to bring back transit and build everything. But I am. Mm-hmm. But it's just crazy when you just think about it. Because it's mind-boggling to realize how much infrastructure we lost. But yeah, let me call Ben again. See if he on. Because I'm usually able to get him during the time anyway. But yeah. Full battery, check. But yeah. But be right back. Jason are probably sleeping. Or probably just now getting home. Hey Val, pass me my phone! 1 minute. I want to. But yeah. But see. But it crazy. But it's a crazy if y'all know what I'm saying. Sorry, doing the royal fanning photo sharing. Well, 1 minute, guys. ethanol trains are very rare on the Charleston sub here in Charleston, South Carolina. Ethanol trains are rare. I got lucky when I caught this one. But yeah, be right back. Hey, that was packing my phone.
One v one, you pussy.
Oh yeah, that right. Oh, bro. But here, I'm Zach. I'm live on YouTube. But yeah, my brother. What want me to show you? What area is it? Again, because I gotta send him to see if he know about it. Because it's of an interest. Nope, that's not it. I literally have to go to screenshot to define it. Because it was very interesting looking at track plane. But yeah, but that one town, Thief Falls, my god, that's still a badass name. I'll be honest. A town with that type of name, it's badass in my book. Oh, and I did forget one more train layout. In Quebec, Canada, it's interesting because you have the bar slip right here, and you have a whole railroad. And the only interchange with the outside world is by a bar slip. I might go into more detail with that one in the future videos, but it's pretty crazy. But yeah, I just gotta find. Here it is. Oh, 1 minute. Okay. I was mapping the areas out, and it could be used as a train layout. There we go, but I'll be honest, it's crazy when you did think about it. But we really fucked up when we decided to go from trains to car. We lost a shitload of infrastructure because of it when I realized it. Let me check because I'm going to try to call. But yeah, we kind of messed up. But yeah, let's see if he's busy.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic voice.
Alright, look like he is busy. I guess he probably, sleeping. But yeah, I gotta check up on Joshi. See how Joshua doing. Because it's been 2 days that he took the break, but yeah. But I'll be really honest, we do need to invest in stuff. We really do. That I'll be honest about. But yeah. The infrastructure, Jane, we really need to invest. If y'all know what I mean. But it's something that I'll be on about. Let me call Joshua again. Because it's been 2 days, so.
I'm in a show.
Oh, you're in a show, Joshie?
Yes. Remember I told you I'm gonna be out from Thursday to Sunday. I'll be back Monday.
Oh yeah. Sorry. I thought.
Yeah, it's okay. I just went backstage too because you know, one of my brothers called me and said David Michel's caught. I was like, oh my god, it must be an emergency. What's up?
Just checking up on you because I drove for a couple of days again. I'm starting to drive again.
Again?
Yep.
Okay, we'll talk about this on Monday. Okay?
All right. I'll talk to you later,
love you,
John. Love you, man.
Love you, David. Okay. Yes, I'll be there.
I'll tell Val you love her too. Later.
I love you, bestie. Okay, they're calling me already, dude. They're calling me.
All right.
Okay, bye.
All right. Sorry about that, guys, but that me and my wife best friend. It's also a good friend. But yeah, let me say that we really oofed up with our traffic infrastructure. We really did. And ever since then, we've been going downhill. Like, straight up downhill, And we keep on screwing up. Let's bring an OT member of the Autism Network on the line, aka Leo. But yeah. But it's crazy when you think about it. He probably might not be able to pick up, probably get ready for bed, and all that, but he's a good friend of me and Val. But yeah, that I'll be on about. Alright, look like he's busy. Or probably getting ready for bed. But I'll be honest, we really screwed up and we lost shitload of infrastructure. I'm not gonna lie. Back then, we were damn good at what we had. Oh, he in a show. Alright, I gotta let him focus. What's our chap? But yeah, I'll be honest, we really messed up with our infrastructure. Whew. It's depression. But, yeah. But we could improve and make stuff better if we want to, and we should. We should improve our infrastructure for everyone. Like, I want not just buy YouTube channel, and it blew my mind on how much we fucked up. It's quite depressing, actually, on how much we fucked up. Because we decided we wanted to go with cars instead of everything else. Like, we really did. And I want not just buy YouTube channel about it, and god damn, And I mean, goddamn. Because we really messed up. And that's something we need to fix. Because we really effed up. We straight up effed up. And we literally are going with stuff that we don't need to be even going with. That is killing off our cities. Hey, Zoe. But the thing is that we got to fix everything. What you doing? Oh, sorry. You know they can hear you on live stream. But I'll be honest, what we're talking about it. I've been talking about it a lot week and a couple of live streams about how it's going to be shit, or to be more exact, how shit is going to be hitting the fan this December when Brightline fully opened up service from Miami to Orlando. So shit is going to hit the fan with that coming up really soon. Let's see. Oop. But I'm going. Hey man, you doing good? Oop.
Doing? You called?
Yeah, I called. Welcome back to the live stream, man.
Live stream?
Yeah, I'm live on YouTube.
Oh, hello.
Hey, you know Not This Spike YouTube channel?
Who? I'm sorry.
Not Just Spike, the YouTube channel?
Not just Spike. Oh, yeah, absolutely, yes.
You know, I started watching a video recently, and it opened me up a lot on how much we really fucked up in the country when it comes to tramp and how we build our cities. You know?
I mean, you do got to you do have to understand, those cities were destroyed, were basically part of the various movements at the time. They wanted to create the type of utopian society of those who were part of it. Like, for example, have you heard of the eugenics movement?
Oh yeah, I heard about it. Autistic people have been dead against it for a long time, and heck, we really called out Autism Speak when they supported it. Heck, they're still a hate group, you know? I'll never support the group, you know? But I'll be honest, we really screwed up because we built our city for cars, not people. Am I right?
Remember, even after World War II, then we started building cities and towns that were heavily car-centric, and that's where we went down, especially the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
They were basically part of that progressive, I would say, modernist movement at the time as well.
You know the one that Ford, GM, and all the big car companies back in the day are to blame for it because in 1930 World Fair, before World War II, that they promoted this, you know?
Well, yes, but here's the problem. I don't think it's just the car manufacturers. Remember, they're just a firm, let alone a company that just started out small. Remember, Ford was just a small company, and look how big they got.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that you're blaming the firm, especially that they alone got that big, or all of these other, I would say, proprietary companies and firms got big on their own.
Well,
the problem is the problem is that we're asking the wrong questions here. Is that how did they get big?
Government.
Because I don't believe that they got big on their own. They need a kind of incentivizing power for them to be immune from innovation and competition. Remember how most of the greatest inventors, and let alone the great minds of science, and let alone when it comes to biology and chemistry, and all of those things that happened during the events of the 1900s, before the concept of patent and copyright came into being.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still wondering what happened to those. It seems that let's see, after they presented their inventions and ideas at the World Fair, or at least presented them, especially at the hands of these, state agents, and they either been considered suicide or shot dead.
Mm-hmm.
And they stolen most of the inventions, and they patented and copyrighted this.
I know, and that dirty, you know. Heck, that's still happened today, you know.
Also, speaking of great inventions, apparently there was a YouTuber that, I don't know, he was just a small channel. He was basically trying to subvert the whole gas, or at least the petroleum gas monopoly. And he had his engine run on water. Turns out he was one of the victims of the Boston shooting. Really makes you think.
Yep.
Ooh, the screens, blow-ups everywhere. But also, back to the point, how did these great towns and cities basically paved and destroyed for the focusing of the car? It's simple. Most of these inventions, or these firms that could move humanity forward, were heavily monopolized.
Mm-hmm.
They were heavily patented, not only to stagnate competition, but to make sure that the central artificial power we call government, make sure that they have a monopoly and control over it.
Mm-hmm.
Like remember, okay, here's another a hot take, but also very open-minded. Prior to the events of the Civil War, you know how Lincoln nationalized and monopolized the railway industry as well. I mean, this is nothing new. Let's be honest about this. I think the phrase, those who forget history are doomed to repeat it.
So true. And those who did try to cover up history are doomed to repeat it too. You know, like the one who cover up and make lies. Am I right?
Oh, no, absolutely. The fact is that they're still trying to cover up everything which they've done even today right now. But the problem is that we got so many doomer and gloomer type of people. And there are some who are like based upon, whether it be like end times prophecies and many other kind of things, like the end is coming, like anything else. But what they fail to see is that we've been through this before. Like people thought that the end of the world would happen during the fall of the Roman Empire. People thought that the beginning of the end of the world happened during the events of the Black Plague, or during the events of the invasion of the Mongol Empire. Like all of these empires of Napoleon, to the Holy Romans, to the Austro-Hungarian, lists upon lists upon
even the Cold War, and then
even the Cold War. We all thought that was the beginning of the end.
And then you had 2012 and all that crap.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I'll be honest, like I actually learned it from a fucking video game. You know Modern Warfare 2? And you remember toward the end of the campaign that they said the winners are always the liars?
They say that history is written by the victors, but apparently someone in the server I'm in said this best, that should be updated into saying history is written by the liars.
Like, the history is written by the victors and it's covered up. Like, I knew World War II was bad with what the Nazis and all that did and what Japanese did, but the Russians were just as bad. Heck. Just that the Europeans, or like the British were doing, were bad too. Like, everybody was bad, you know? Like,
take a look at the situation, what's happening right now, especially with the situation with Russia and Ukraine. Because let's be honest, like, look, what Russia's doing is fucking insane. But I mean, take a look what the EU as well as not the EU, NATO as well as the US are doing over there. Like, come on, like this is exactly what Putin warned as well as he wanted. And what's worse, here's the thing: they're screwing the entire continent into two places that I fear that if he cuts out the Russian gas, I fear for what's going on, folks over there as well. Because they're not going to have enough energy, especially for the coming winter.
Heck,
and there's more, and there is more to this, and there's more to the reasons why. Apparently, this shit was so planned out because when it comes to, and you have to sympathize with Putin, even though he's basically a politicized monster. Like any other politician.
He a freaking Nazi.
It's not like that, but sometimes there is a reason why he did it. His reactionary response to it was reasonable. NATO was expanding. They want to expand their empire, so apparently in his mind, like, if this is okay, then maybe I should do it too, because at least in what their eyes that they're doing is heavily justified.
Hey, well, he backfired because two other countries are joining NATO, Finland and Newfoundland, or not Newfoundland, but Finland and Norway. Both of those countries are joining NATO. It's official, so that kind of backfired in Russia's face,
Worse. It gets worse. Also, Albania as well as Kosovo think about joining, so yikes.
So us getting closer to World War III is more likely now than ever because of all of this,
And thus history repeats, and we're doomed to ever learn it. But like I said, this is insanity for what's going on, but all I can say is that the people in power right now...
The people in power right now are total idiots. Am I right?
No, and not just that. Like the current monetary economic system right now is basically facing a lot of shit. And here's the wonderful thing: apparently, there's a recent tweet in the server which I'm in, pretty much said this best. And part of me basically agrees with it, but also I'm like, freaking finally! Now, where is that? It's in here. It has to be somewhere around here.
But
it's in here. Like I know it.
But let me bring it up about the Civil War. If the stuff about the Civil War about freedom was true, like that post-segregation and all that scarecrow walls and stuff, and the South would not be true. Because let's be honest, if Civil War was based on freedom and freeing slaves, all the laws against black people all the way up until the 60s would have been not around. Am I right?
Not only that, but also there's more to it than that than what we were basically been.
It was based on money.
It was very people who were against the Civil War, especially those, like they viewed, like there were many others who basically criticized the Civil War when it comes to like especially. Who's this one great provocative thinker, as well as what's his name? You really need to look up this individual. He goes by the name of Lysander Spooner. He started his own mailing company as a means to subvert when it comes to the state trying to take control of the mailing firm. So he started his own, and the fact, and not just that.
And Abraham Lincoln had him arrested and tried to get him executed.
Yeah, absolutely.
That did not happen.
I'm sorry, repeat that?
Like, he tried to get him executed, but before that even happened, Abraham Lincoln got assassinated. You remember?
Wait, is this on the context of Lysander Spooner or about the Civil War? I'm sorry.
About the Civil War, about how, how...
I'm sorry. Okay, about the Civil War. Yeah. Oh, and not just that. There was also a newspaper, like a newspaper company. I forgot what was it called. It was talked about in something about the politically incorrect history of when it comes to American heroes, and how whoever this person was, I don't know his name, not only he was basically stationed in North, somewhere in Boston, not only criticizing the Constitution, criticizing also the new amendment known as the Articles of Confederation. Not Articles of Confederation.
But
the Declaration of Independence.
But let me be honest, both sides were bad.
And not just that, also the current situation of the Civil War, that the South have every right to secede as much of a slave master deserves to flee from his master as well. And you know what happened to that person? And this was in Boston. He was nearly killed for it.
Now, here, Jane, like, slavery was wrong. Like, let's be honest, it was wrong. It should have never been.
Oh, yeah. It's basically the state's monopoly of control of people. But only this time we kind of updated it into a new form of found slavery, and that is the slavery of debt.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the current monetary system.
And here, Jane, like the Civil War was not fought over free and slave. It was fought over money, because let's be honest, if the South had actually fully acceded and became their own country, that would have destroyed the North economy. Because let's be honest, because a lot of slave owners lived up north, and Jane, is it that the South, before they acceded, they actually brought up how they were going to end slavery, and the North realized that it could be bad for them, so they got Abraham Lincoln involved. Because let's be honest, Abraham Lincoln did not like slaves, but he did not see them as equal. You know, that's the truth. You know, and Jane, to be brutally honest, like, I guarantee, because heck, here where I live, we still have the person, their family lived down the street. One of their ancestors was a black slave owner. Like, he was black. He was a straight up black slave owner during that time. And they still have photos of him and stuff, you know? If it's true, because I seen the photos, you know? The photos are true, you know? And saying is that, let's be honest, if the whole country realized it would be a complete disaster, you know? Because
to me, I'm not a big fan of secession, but I will say this, is that I'm not a big fan of secessionism on the context of they want to create their own version of the state, which I'm not a big fan of.
But let's be honest, it's just about the Civil War was true about them fighting for freedom for slaves. The Jim Crow laws, the segregation, that would have never happened, you know? Because they would enforce equal rights on everybody if it was based on freedom and all that. Am I right? Because if it was based on equal rights, let's be honest, the Jim Crow law and the segregation would never happen, you know?
And it was started by the very puritanical movements during the beginning of wanting to bring on the 1,000-year-old kingdom of God, which was one of the main reasons that pretty much were the elements which started not just the progressive movements that were basically headed something known as prohibition.
Mm-hmm.
But also many other problems which we see right now, which is the creation of, which we see right now, that were part of not just the progressive movements, but also the modernists in general, which is the creation of suburbia.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike the one in Europe, but the one that is heavily car dependent.
Yeah.
As well as the restricting of many other known stuff, which I thought we're supposed to live in a free country where we can do whatever the hell we want. Or not just a free country, but a free landed territory.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this in the context of when it comes to secessionism, another way of wanting to install another state, which you know damn well how I feel about that. I want people to secede away from that system alone and to voluntarily congregate, as well as to be and network with people of those, not just of their community, but a community of many kinds that can be of their own self. Again, like there are many details to this that I can't say here.
I know, because we're on YouTube, and also because we're on YouTube, and that stuff would probably get me taken down anyway, you know? So, that's up I don't want on the YouTube channel because I don't want to get terminated. But
also, there is a debate on the context of transport. I will say this. I was watching this video that Not Just Bikes recommend. I'll put this I'll put the dollar here. Because I'm buying soda. Hold on.
All right.
Yeah. And it was about how Germany, or at least its citizens, are wanting to reinstall the speed limits to the German autobahns. And I'm like, are you okay? People of Germany, are you sure? Because I can pretty much assure you that the statistics says that complete much the opposite when it comes to safety. That's not taking my dollar. What the heck?
I know, and also saying about car-centric infrastructure, it's more dangerous and more suicidal, you know?
And plus, it doesn't give the drivers the amount of freedom when it comes to speed, when it comes to driving on lanes. Like,
heck, and the thing is that, I'll be honest, getting a driver license in Europe is much harder to get than it is here in the U.S. because I talked to Dimitri about it on his last live stream on 4th of July, and I'll admit, it's so damn easy to get a driver license here in the U.S. It ain't even freaking funny when you go to European countries and Asian countries, and it's very hard, you know? Like, they literally dumb it down for drivers here. Am I right?
right?
And
This damn thing is not taking the soda, not taking my dollar. Don't stop.
But yeah, but we got to make it harder and, you know, incentivize people into walking and riding bikes and using transit, you know, because it will solve the
encouraged. I'm not saying encouraged, but rather
you better force people on, you know, like you better force them on. Am I right? Because what we do here in the U.S., we make everything so hostile for, you know, people who walk in.
It's not federal cities. That's the point. But the problem is that when you have lobbyists and car-centric
suburbanites.
No, not just car-centric, but also central planners in general, who want to design cities that are heavily incentivizing and focused on the car, not just focused on vehicles, less on people.
But yeah, but
if I could live like in an alternate universe, especially like the various movements in the 60s and 70s, especially in the Netherlands, that oppose this kind of expansionist of the freeway system. Well, they do have a better freeway system, but not the ones that go through towns or cities.
They used to, but they tore them down and replaced them with bike and walkability again. You know, like, I looked at the photo from Amsterdam, and back then it was all car built, but they changed that back to people riding bikes and, you know, transit oriented, and it actually done wonders, you know? And something like that could work here in Charleston too, you know, my home city.
Yeah.
I ironically, my home city is where the Civil War began, you know? I live, like, I'll be honest, I live in the city that where the Civil War began at, you know? Which, ironic, but, because we're talking...
Hey, David, I'm sorry to cut you off, but I really gotta go.
Alright, no problem, but you have a night, man.
Oh, no. You too. And do you really have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, you're out. I'm out live right now. Like,
would you mind posting the channel in DMs if that's okay?
alright, Atlee, go on YouTube right now and type in fans of trains right now. Go ahead and type in fans of trains.
Fan of trains or?
Fans of train.
Okay. Well, I gotta go.
Alright.
Take care, David.
Alright, later, man.
You too.
Alright, that was one of the last person on, but I'll just bring that up. Yes, the North and South, they say it was all about freedom, but if it was all about freedom and equal rights, there would be no Jim Crow law. There would be no segregation. To be brutally honest. And thing is that the one thing that the Confederate did win at, and nobody don't realize it, because back in back in 1858, it was 2 years before the war began, there were proposals to end slavery over time, to end it in the South. And the thing is that most people don't know about it, but during the Civil War, there were black Confederate generals, and slave owners. They never talked about that, but there were black slave owners here in the South. They never talked about that. Heck, there were black slave owners who lived up north who come down to check on their businesses, you know? Oops, scanner about to die, so turn that off for now because we're getting towards the end of the live stream, but that's it. So they did one in that way because, let's be honest, they would think about keeping it after the Civil War, but they realized that the whole world was looking at them, and the UK, they ended slavery right around the 1800s, like the 1820s before that. And all the other countries that ended it were looking at them, and they realized that they brought it back, it would have made them look bad. So they ended it. So yeah, they had no choice but the world looking at them. And heck, the Civil War almost became the First World War when you did think about it in a way. So that would have been the First World War if our countries have gotten involved. So yeah, that saying right there. But truth behold, is that it was all over money and control, not over freedom. Both sides were bad. The South was even more because of some stuff that they did, but North was just bad. When you think about it and realize that no side is good, you start realizing how pretty crappy it would have been. And like I said, the history is written by the victors, aka the liars. The only time that got hard is when, everything started getting filmed and when we started getting cameras and all that filming stuff. That when it started getting harder, and it now 10 times harder because you got cameras and everything. So it started to change you to actual winners are actually not the liars. But when you think about it in the long run, you start realizing. But yeah, it's crazy to think about. So yeah, but both sides were in the wrong. No side is good. The North did one, but saying it, they did one. It did that. The only way that they did defeat in was because the world was looking at them, you know? But yeah. But the thing about the war is their truths and lies. And they never talk about the dirty side and the secret sides. Like how there were black Confederate generals, senators, heck, there were one here in Ravenel back in the day when Ravenel formed. Ravenel formed before the Civil War, but the thing is that one of our senators was black, and that was back in the 1800s. They completely never talk about that history, you know? They never talk about stuff in history books. But the South did a lot of bad, same with the North. When you think about it and you start realizing both sides are in the wrong, you start understanding more. But yeah, but I don't want to go on a snooze bet with Civil War history and some of the lies and truths, because both sides were in the wrong, to be brutally honest. But yeah, but I did not support what happened after Civil War with Jim Crow laws and the segregate, and I'm dead against that because of us autistics having to deal with it, being that I'm autistic and I see how autistic people of all different color, because there is segregation against disabled people. So yeah, that I see that it's still going on, but to be brutally honest, that wrong too, but Civil War is murky, you know, and as we get farther down the line, it gets even more murky. Saying that it's going to be easier to First and Second World War and everything after that, because that is mostly going to be filmed and documented. So yeah, that is going to be documented and all that. So yeah, but to be brutally honest, as we go down farther into the future, this Civil War going to be more borky like other stuff. Speaking of that, what? Turn on the canner one more time because we got a train coming. But I don't want to talk about the Civil War because even though I'm a history buff, it's up in that. But I will talk more about transit because there is a channel about, or like a live stream about trains and stuff to be more accurate. The thing is that we need to improve our infrastructure for trains. That is southbound. In 1 hour and 48 minutes, we already had 3 trains. But we need to improve our infrastructure for trains and stuff. But yeah, but don't get me wrong, the South was bad. The Confederacy, I don't support what they did because they were bad. The North, I don't support what they did because they were bad, because I also will bring it up because I am part Native American, and the mass genocide of Native American Indians that they did before and afterwards, all the way up until the 1890, early 1900s, that was wrong too. So the North, they did a lot of wrong too. So they're not so innocent either, you know? When you think about all the stuff that happened with the North and South and what the North did to Native Americans, you start really saying, oh my effing God, they killed a lot of natives because they wanted their land. So yeah, when you think about it that way, you start realizing how effed up it is and how bad. Heck, the South was bad too, but they did not go mass genocide in Native Americans and taking their land. The North, the one that did mostly all of that. But I'll be honest, both sides are bad. Both sides are guilty what they're guilty are. But yeah, we need to think about what both sides done. You start realizing it. But yeah, but That I'll probably do a history series about, but that's something up for another day. So yeah, but we do need to improve our infrastructure for rail and all other stuff, and we don't focusing on building car infrastructure. That's something we've been screwing up on for the last couple of years, and we got to stop that. We need to end and stop it because the car infrastructure is suicidal. It's destroying our city and putting them in more in debt. Heck, and the single-use zoning crap we need to end. Like, Jesus. I understand zoning, but the zoning how we do it, it's so fucking stupid. But yeah, but we got to improve everything. We need to fix and stop screwing up. But yeah. But ironically, the first hour or so model train, second one was about Civil War and rail trains and all that. So yeah, but I did hope you guys enjoyed this month train gore. It was surprising that they only had 2 magazines because 2 months ago they had 4 where I did that big train gore video, and then it went down to 3. But hopefully next month we get them new magazines in that are more than, if y'all know what I mean. But yeah, but I'll be honest, we do need to focus on our transit more. But it did something crazy, but I do understand. And by the way, I do think the Underground Railroad was a good thing because it did help people. But what North and South did were wrong. Both sides were wrong. There were pretty messed up stuff that both sides did that I disagreed with. Because both sides did bad stuff. The First World War was murky, and that's about I understand. But Second World War was more obvious. Now, there was one mistake, and that was helping the Russians with. That was stupid. Because we paid for that, and then Eisenhower, I still don't think. The only thing he did right was the only thing that Eisenhower did right was desegregating the army. That's the only thing I see that he did right. Everything else with this shit, like with the Interstate Act, with building the fucking interstates, because most of the money that came to build them with the Interstate Act came from the railroad before we taken and given to their competition. So yeah, that I find fucked up. But yeah, but hopefully we can mend and fix that right, and fix the problem that our ancestors made almost 100 years ago. Hopefully we can do that, but we just gotta wait and see, and we just gotta find out. But at almost 12 o'clock, the live stream been going on for almost 2 hours, so yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed the live stream. Please like and subscribe, and I hope everybody having a great weekend, great Saturday night, probably now Sunday morning in a couple of minutes. But I hope everybody enjoyed the live stream. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye, guys.